I shot a Chinese beer ad with a megastar here and ended up getting harangued and facing the wrath of his fans.
青岛啤酒120年，与时代同行，与消费者相伴，与世界传递中国情谊。
Now guys, I actually am an actor out here. I've starred in some war movies, so I'm used to talking about politically sensitive issues. This video which I'm posting, I'm most afraid of because of how passionate this guy's fan base is. So who is he? He is Xiao Zhan. He is as famous as Harry Styles. We're talking that level of celebrity royalty. And I shot an ad with him for Tsingtao Tsingtao beer a few years ago. Now, I then posted a deep dive into that and I face the wrath of his fans. So let me talk about the ad, the shooting that I did with him on the day. Part of the whole story is a big bromance.
你机票订了吗？
啊，订好了，下周一。
我们今天提前关门，为你惊喜。那我这一杯就祝你早日归来。
Even at the time, before they added this very romantic music in the background, I thought, okay, there's a lot of lingering shots on me and this superstar, and we're cheersing, a lot of eye contact, just us outside in the dark talking with each other. Okay, this is an interesting choice. It's a very, sincere friendship that they're trying to show here. Part of it was me being interested in Chinese culture, so I would walk in and go, why is the fish head turned towards this guy? It's a sign of respect. Why is it that when Chinese people cheers, you're almost fighting to put your glass lower than your friend because you want to show, no, I'm respecting you. So these are all things that my character was going through and which I was learning as well, which is kind of cute. And then in the evening, I'd stumbled through my part of the lines and everything. I wasn't too happy with my performance. Superstar turns up. The whole vibe immediately changes. Honestly, I look at this guy, he's like a god. He's like, no, he's a really handsome dude, right? He's obviously tall, flawless. He just looks like, he has an aura about him. No wonder he's this billionaire. I don't know, multi-millionaire guy out here. So we had a little bit of chit chat. I was like, where are you from? He says, he's from Chongqing. He says, oh, it's good that you speak Chinese. I don't speak too much English. Funnily enough, later when I recounted that to the fans, I posted some videos on this, they were like, I said that he was from Sichuan. He's technically from Chongqing, which is a city which has got kind of city independence, or it is no longer categorized as that province. It's given its own provincial title. So me saying that he was from Sichuan, I pissed off a lot of fans because they said, no, he would never have said that. He was from Chongqing. So I really put my foot in my mouth there. I also said, oh, Xiao Zhan said his English wasn't so good. The fans were like, his English is really good. How dare you say that? I'm like, that's what he told me. I guess he was being modest. So that was my little interaction with him. And I actually say that shooting with him, I became a better actor because as an actor, the worst thing you can be is self-conscious. Thinking of, what's the movement, what's the whatever. But when he was on, I thought, nobody's going to give a frick about this guy. They're going to be looking at this, gorgeous human being, right? They're going to be looking at him. So I completely relaxed. I think I upped my acting game. And I just went for it, totally relaxed with it. And also, everything with him was one shot because he's a megastar and more professional and also much more expensive than me. So for me, they could just be like, let's run it again. But with him, they would be thinking, well, okay, time is money. And asking him to do it again is losing a lot of face as well. So that and his professional perfection meant he was taking everything. And so was I along with him. So a couple years later, I just realized I would be telling friends that I bumped into Xiao Zhan, I work with him, and their jaws would drop Xiao Zhan, basically Harry Styles level of you work with that guy. And I was like, I guess I could post about this and use a bit of the clout on Chinese social media. Here's when I found out that his stardom is almost like this raw, natural energy, like the sea, which you can harness or which can completely destroy you. Because luckily my framing was, wow, I had this really romantic moment with him. Wasn't this fun? Which happened to be exactly what his fans are into. Actually, Xiao Zhan became first bursted into popularity because he had I believe it's a TV show where he had a bromance with his on-screen actor, right? And so they're really deep friends, or there's a lot of, similar vibes, lingering shots, they're great buddies, all that kind of thing. And so that's, I think, potentially an intentional creative choice whenever they made this ad with me, was they were leaning into some of that, the bromance vibes that Xiao Zhan is so good at, apparently. Oops, there's a little bit of a conflict over here. So yeah, speaking of conflicts, whenever I posted about this, people were saying that they were really, really jealous about me being in this ad. First they were like, this has got to be AI. But then they were like, are you tired? Can I take over? Are you tired shooting with this guy? Or like, oh my God, I'm so jealous. He's just so gorgeous and he's whatever. So that was like, most of it was positive vibes. And then almost intoxicated by the feedback I was getting about like, wow, you work with this guy, I posted a second video. And in this video, I said, one of the comments in the first video was, oh, was this guy there? They said the name. I don't even dare to say his name now. Was this guy there on the set while you shot this ad? Well, I can say, no, he wasn't, but interesting question. That's all I said. I got a comment as soon as I posted this saying, you need to take this video down. You're playing with fire, and I'm just telling you this for your own safety. Do not spread rumors and involve somebody who's not related in this story. I was like, whoa, because from the comment, I just thought it was a meme that he had a bromance with some dude. Like, those guys are friends. So I was like, oh, was the guy there? Oh, yeah. I don't even dare to say his name. So that's all I thought it was. And then I quickly became realized, and you know what? I honestly panicked because deleting this video on Chinese TikTok involved pressing a little, like, tiny little button, and it was hidden because of the background of my video. Basically, I was genuinely terrified. I was out shooting this in Indonesia where I was on holiday. I was like, oh, really trying to find this button. Like, I gotta delete this. Comments were piling in like, you don't know what you're messing with. So then I was like, oh my God. So I deleted that. And then I stayed on the right side of history and on the vibes, posting about this guy. I just say, he's really handsome. I'm really lucky to have shot with him. That's all I'm saying. And honestly, I'm just jealous of the fandom that this guy has. He seemed like a lovely guy. He seemed like a private individual. No shade towards the guy. Fair play. He's hustling out in China and he's absolutely killing it. So I've got nothing bad to say about him. I know he has genuinely such a fan base that some of his fans might actually be watching this. If you're interested in the life of an actor out in China and all the weird scrapes I get into, please join for the next video. It's been a blast. I'll see you guys.